welcome back. So on my spring cleaning journey, I'm trying to figure out like what areas of the house like really need it because and if you hear noise in the back, my husband's doing some dishes and helping me in the kitchen. This type of cleaning is not the type that, you could necessarily see and people are like, oh, what a difference. It's more of the hidden behind closed doors, the closets, the cabinets, that kind of stuff. So, but it's those things that still need to get done, especially as the cook of the house or whatever. You're the one opening and closing or doing the laundry or whatever. You notice it, So today what I'm going to do is underneath my kitchen cabinet, and I will show you guys this in a minute. Now, some months back, probably late last year, me and the kids cleaned it out. We took everything out, and it's a long counter. It's a long counter. And so I went through everything. I tried to get rid of containers we didn't use. I also try to match up all the lids because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how the containers get lost and the lids don't match, and it's just very frustrating. And I'm short. But the problem is that with my arthritis, I can't be like most people where I could get down on my knees or I could squat on the ground. So I'm constantly just bent over trying to look. And when the cabinets are low and deep, that's a lot of bending. And I'm a thick chick, so that's a lot. So if everything is in an orderly fashion and easy to pull in and pull out, it would just make life a lot easier when we're putting away leftovers after cooking or whatever we're doing, where we don't have to scramble looking for different parts to go together. You know what I'm saying? So that is the plan today. My kitchen is a mess. I will just show you an overview because this is real life. And hopefully you guys enjoy, maybe get some inspiration or motivation and get on your spring cleaning journey. So this, I'm going to say, is part 2. Hang with me, friends. Okay, so as you can see here on my under cabinets, and I tried to make like this side my baking side, but things just get crazy. This is the really bad part. This is where all the plasticware and the bowls and all kinds of stuff. But I know you're not going to be able to see, but back there is like the abyss because it goes all the way back on both sides, and trying to reach for that stuff and trying to see what this is when everything is not in order is a bit frustrating. So this is the plan today. Sorry about the lawnmower. We have our windows open and my neighbor's cutting his grass. So, you saw the mess, and now is the plan to take everything out, redo it again. Like I said, it was done, it may have been 6 months, so it's not terrible. But in the spirit of spring cleaning, I figure let's get this done. Hopefully it will ease up and make my stress level of when I try to find things a whole lot less. And it'll just look better. So if you're ready, let's do this, my friends. never stops. There's still more stuff back there. Okay guys, so as you can see from this horrendous mess, I got a lot of work to do, but there are dishes here that I've never even used. Like this set, I have a whole set. It's super cute. It's literally brand new. So this might be a Facebook Marketplace. It might be a donation, but there's definitely stuff that I will be getting rid of. Sorry for all the background noise. It's a beautiful day today. My husband's washing the blinds, so we have all the windows open. But besides that, the other thing is these type of things like the salad spinner, did I need it? No. Did I want it? Absolutely. But I have other cabinets in what I call my laundry pantry that has space for this. So these bigger items are definitely gonna go out there where I won't have to keep them here in my kitchen under the cabinets, because they're taking up way too much space, and that's what's making it very bulky and messy. And I have enough bakeware here. You would think I was Betty Crocker, but I have aspirations. Am I gonna keep it all? Let's be honest, probably. Anyways, hopefully I will get this done in a short period of time, and then I can show you guys the results, so stay tuned. Now it's time for the fun part, and that is to try and match up all of these lids and containers. Said no one ever. friends, so seeing how I was doing the under cabinets, from what you'll see, I have an abundance of lids. I don't even know how that even happens. How do you have more lids than containers? I don't know. But I did see some more things up in these cabinets. So when my husband comes in a minute, because obviously he's the tall one, I am just going to go ahead and do those cabinets as well. They're mainly my cups and stuff. And I make tumblers, and we've bought tumblers, and we just have an overabundance of those type of things. Some we've never used again. So I'm just going to be making a donate or sell pile on my back counter. And I figure the way I work best, some people do it differently, is I have to have everything down. Some people say do sections at a time. Obviously do what works for you, but for me, I have to have everything out. This way I can match everything, see what I have, see what I don't have, and I take it from there. It can be overwhelming, not gonna lie, but in the end, I just feel for me, for the way my brain works, it just works better. And this way I can figure out this current inventory. And this also goes along with what I said in my previous video about overbuying or multiple buying, because I have a lot of glassware, which is great, but I have about 3 or 4 of the same size containers. Do I need that many? Will they go to waste? They won't go to waste. But probably if I would have seen what I already had, I wouldn't have purchased more. So this is why this is important. You know, the aesthetic, all that is great, but less stress of the disorganization is really my main goal. Of course I want it to look nice, but also I don't need to keep buying certain things that I have. And maybe there's a container monster eater, because again, just like how socks disappear in the dryer, how do containers disappear or lids disappear to containers? It just baffles my mind. It baffles my mind. But anyway, I digress. So I'm just gonna wait on my husband so he could get the rest of the stuff from these 2 cabinets. It's not a whole lot, it's mainly cups. And then we'll continue from there. Okay, so I know I said my husband was gonna help, but my daughter came to the rescue. The only problem is she's just as tall as me, so she's on the stepladder. But she is gonna help me. This is my Isabella. She is gonna help me get everything down from the top, because there are a couple more containers that I have lids for. I have an overabundance of lids. It's out of control. Anyway, we'll take everything down and see what happens. We'll go from there.
You want all of the 2 shelves off in this one?
Yes, take everything from the top 2 shelves, especially on the right side, because I can't reach the bottom as well, but I want to focus on the top 2 first.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's still a hellacious mess, but we're gonna get through this. There's so much that I don't need. Let me move this. For instance, 2 mugs that my son got. One is all chipped up, so this will be trash. On the back counter, what you're seeing is I'm making a couple of different piles. Like I said earlier, either donate or sell. Also, some of those things are gonna go in my back pantry in the shelves back there. So I know it's looking like I'm moving stuff from one side to the other, which I kind of am, but there is, believe it or not, a method to my madness. So I put away all the glass, I forgot this one, underneath, and I'll show that in a minute. I still have a whole pile of lids, and now I have cups. These, I don't like these, never did. They were cheapy little cups, served the purpose. So I guess, actually let me start with some of the containers still, because I still have so many. Right. All of this style is supposed to have this lid. And I have a feeling they're up in my cabinet where my cereal is. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna just keep piling, because I know that's all one style. All right. This is another one like that. Do you know how long I've been looking for this thing? This is for my egg cooker. It has a little pin down there, so when I use my egg cooker, I could just poke it. It also has measurements, so you can make different style eggs. I would have never found it. My egg cooker is in the cabinet below. This was in a whole container that had nothing to do with nothing. Ay. Okay, there's that. Medicine cups, don't need those, garbage. All right. Okay. So I'm just trying to match up as many things that I can match up. Like these circle water bottles, I bought them when they were all the hype, when they first came out. We used the flavor stuff initially, but the thing is, we like cold drinks, and these plastic ones, they don't keep the stuff cold. So it's a cute concept, but unless you have stainless steel, your stuff isn't gonna stay cold. So they have been sitting up in the cabinet for God knows how long. It's time for them to go. So there's nothing wrong with them. I can donate them, and someone could get them and get the cartridges. Two. I thought I had 3. I have 3 things. All right. Well, that's a start. Okay. So I know I said I like everything on the counter, and I still do, but I'm not that organized type of person. Like some people are very, very, I'm not. My stuff is messy and then it turns pretty, and this is part of the issue, is I have stuff everywhere. So I really need to make a defined space for the donation and the giveaway, sell, whatever. I guess I'll go do that now. I'll put it on this side of the cabinet. You're not going to be able to see it over here. Man, it has warmed up out there because when we first opened the windows, that's why I'm wearing long sleeves. It was chilly and breezy, and now the sun's coming out. It's beautiful. But moving in here, and I have the kitchen door shut so my dog doesn't come in, feeling a little warm. Okay, I'm going to start putting the cups that I'm going to keep back and go from there. Because he can't come into the kitchen with me. He's so pathetic. I got the stepladder out. Okay, so my daughter My daughter Isabella to the rescue again. She helped me get a lot of the lids that were up in the other cabinet. Found all kinds of stuff. So she's just putting crackers and stuff that we buy on a regular into the containers. You go ahead and do that. Now, I don't normally put like all the cookies and stuff, but if it's like a regular thing like goldfish or things like that, then I don't have a problem putting it in there because it doesn't last very long. I have 3 kids at home still, plus a husband, so it gets eaten pretty fast. We use these for pasta and cereal and crackers, so that is very helpful. And these will go to my, what I call my laundry pantry. So we still have a crazy amount of lids of like, I don't know where all this stuff is. It's like the sock situation.
The containers are nowhere to be found.
No, we've gone in every cabinet. I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, you wanna take those out there? Mm-hmm. Do you wanna bring them here or you wanna do it here? Yeah, put the pasta, okay. All right, go ahead and do that. All right, she's gonna go and get some pastas so we could fill a couple of these taller ones. Get 4 boxes because we have 2 tall containers, Isabella.
Okay.
All right. Now, we still have 3 lids and no containers, so that is interesting to me. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Let me see. I'm pretty much done with the cabinet. As of right now, I'll show you in a minute, there is nothing on the top shelf. Because between the stuff that I'm getting rid of, we don't use, trash, donate, whatever, nothing needs to go up there. This house, I will say, when we moved in it, I'm very blessed because it has a lot of cabinet space. So it's almost like, what do you fill and all that stuff? And we don't want to fill everything up, but I guess it's a good problem to have. All right, here's another big one. And there's big ones up there if you want. So I know I've said this before, oops, I know I've said this in other videos and probably a few times in this video, but I do want to stress this again. When you guys watch these YouTube videos. I watch them for motivation and inspiration to get ideas, right? But I don't want anyone to ever feel that you need containers and you need all the things that you see like on social media. If you are in a position where you're able to and you want to, then absolutely. But these are not necessary. And some people, they just do better with just having their stuff in boxes, and that's totally fine. It's completely up to you. Years ago when I lived in Tennessee, one of my first videos you'll see, I purchased all this because that was the mood I was in. I was able to do it, and they've lasted me well over probably going on 5 years now, almost 5 years now. So it is an investment. I personally like the look. Not everything of mine is in containers, but that's just a choice. And I just like to stress that because I'm very real. The way we live is very real. You see this mess, this is just real life. This is living life with Misty. And I don't ever want anyone to watch this, whether it be me or any other YouTuber or influencer or whatever, social media, because that's not always real life. And so I'm just always like to be on the up and up with you guys and let you know that if you're able to, go for it. But if you can't, don't feel bad that you can't. There's plenty of things that you could get from the Dollar Tree, from Dollar General, from Walmart. I love all those things. I happened to get these years ago on sale, so that's why I did it. But that's my little thing, because as I'm watching my daughter pour this, I don't want anyone to think, oh man, that looks nice, but I don't have it like that, or mine won't look like that. Listen, never compare yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. You do you. You do you, my friend, okay? Don't forget that. All right, let's finish. Here is the after. I did get rid of items. They're on my back counter in my laundry room. That will be for donation. I matched up as many containers as I could. And then here is the upper cabinets. So there's really nothing on the top shelf. My husband took a mug already, and then just a couple of cups, and then that's it. So I did keep a container with extra lids in case they show up sporadic, but there you go. Okay, so there you have it. That is my spring cleaning video 2. I don't know how I'm gonna call it, of my kitchen cabinets. Over there, it's just some plates, so they were good to go. And the drawers I already did. So it was really the underneath that needed it, and the cabinets with the cups. And I'm really pleased. There's still some fine detail things that I have to put away that doesn't belong on the counter, but that's all good. Other than that, it did take a couple hours because we did a couple extra things when my daughter came. We wanted refilling some bins with the pasta and stuff. But I'm really pleased. It's one more thing checked off my spring cleaning checklist. And now hopefully it won't be so stressful when I go looking for stuff, because the stuff, there's not like stuff behind stuff. In the video you'll see it's just whatever's right in the front. So hopefully this inspired you, gave you some kind of motivation, or you just wanted to hang out with me. Either way, I appreciate you guys for being here. This is Living Life with Misty. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things, and I will see you on the next one, friends. Have a great day.